If you're an e-commerce brand owner, you need to watch this video. I'm going to break down the 3 e-commerce funnels you can use in 2022 to massively increase the conversion rates of your e-commerce product sales with YouTube ads. So before we get into this video, I would absolutely love it if you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you're the first to get informed when I release my next video. All right, let's get right into the video. So the first type of e-commerce funnel that we're going to use is the straight to product page funnel. Now, this is what most e-commerce brands do, right? They send traffic straight to a product page where there'll be a product, there'll be reviews, there'll be a description, maybe a little video, FAQ, etc. Now, this can work really well if you have a highly optimized product page. For example, we had a client that was selling apparel and they had over a 5% conversion rate on their product page. So if we sent them 100 clicks, they would convert 5 of them into sales, which is absolutely insane, right? That's a very high conversion rate. And the reason for this is they had split tested this landing page dozens of times to create a landing page where it would just convert extremely well. So a great product page can really convert well. However, the difficulty with this approach lies in the fact that you have to really optimize it to the T to get such a high conversion rate, right? Because with a product page, there's so many variables. If you just look at a traditional e-commerce product page, you'll have, the headline, you'll have the video, you'll have the product description, you'll have the reviews, you'll have an FAQ, you'll have the footer. There's just so many elements in a page like that where actually testing a product page and getting to go from 1% or 2% conversion rate to 4 or 5% is a very long process and requires a lot of work. So this means you need a lot of traffic and a lot of ad spend to be able to optimize your page. So if you're just starting out, you need to keep this in mind that you will need to do a lot of CRO to make this sort of e-commerce funnel work. Now let's get into the second type of e-commerce funnel, which is actually sending them to a video sales letter or maybe even a webinar. So this is actually more common in the internet marketing and course industry. However, I've seen e-commerce companies do this really, really well. So a VSL or a webinar can be really good to sell a product in a highly competitive niche where you have to overcome a lot of skepticism. Maybe you have to change their beliefs as to why you're the best option. And really, the purpose of a VSL or webinar is to shift people's beliefs, right? Before, they might have a certain set of beliefs that would have them believe that, hey, maybe I'm interested in this product, but I don't know if it's right for me, to after where they're actually like, I want to buy this product now. And another reason why a VSL or webinar can be really powerful is if you have some sort of unique system behind your product, a VSL or webinar can really allow you to explain it in a very easy to understand manner. Now, the second pro in favor of the VSL or webinar is that you actually can focus on just that, because with a product page, you have so many variables. While with a VSL or webinar, you can actually just focus on the video and testing different angles, different hooks, and really refining your market message. So it allows you to kind of be much more scientific versus a page with 10 factors and 10 variables where you don't know whether it's your headline that's not working, or whether it's the product description, or whether it's the way the reviews are set up, right? So in terms of actually optimizing, I like the VSL funnel because you can just go there, try different variations of the video with different hooks and see what works best without having to worry about the rest of the page, because that's the majority of the page, the actual video. Now, the cons of this funnel type is if your customers are already interested in purchasing and they want to buy, it creates a lot of additional friction. So if you have a product where, let's say, you have an amazing video ad, and once they watch the video ad, they're ready to buy, they're converting very well on a product page, right? Like at 5% or 4%, then adding a VSL in there could actually reduce conversion rates because these people are already interested in buying and they just need to look at a few different things, look at the reviews, make sure it looks legitimate before they hit the buy button. So you really want to understand where they're at in their buying cycle. If they're on the more skeptical and cold traffic side, send them to a video, video sales letter or webinar where that is the main mechanism for turning them from cold to warm. On the other hand, if they already like your product, if it's something that they've already been convinced to buy from either other marketing efforts or from your video ad being so amazing, then in that case, go for the product page because that's just going to work much faster. Now, my advice is start with the product page because that's kind of the default e-commerce place to start. But if it's not working and it's not converting at a high enough conversion rate, then go try the VSL or webinar, right? With YouTube ads traffic especially, a lot of the traffic is going to be cold traffic. That doesn't mean that they're not ready to buy. It just means that you have to do a bit more work in convincing them. And a lot of e-commerce brands simply think that somebody watches a 2-minute ad and they go on the product page and they're convinced they're ready to go. In reality, it doesn't work like that. In reality, you may actually need to spend some time with them going through why your product is going to solve their problem. So that's why I believe the VSL or webinar funnel is quite a great option. Now let's get into the third funnel type, which is the lead gen lead magnet funnel, right? So what we're doing with this funnel type is sending traffic to a lead magnet or even a free video course. And the goal here is to actually educate and build connection before the customer buys. So I'll give you an example for this. If you're selling low calorie, healthy desserts, right? One way you could actually generate leads and get people to buy is create some sort of lead magnet like 10 easy low calorie dessert recipes, right? So these people are interested in low calorie desserts. And when they opt in, you can send them to this lead magnet where they get these 10 recipes, but then also they get put into an email nurture sequence where you're nurturing them with content, providing value and selling them on your actual product, right? Because if they're opting in for that lead magnet, maybe they don't want to have to do it all themselves. And if you just give them a quick option to click buy and actually get all of those 10 dessert recipes that they've actually just looked at in HD detail, they're actually going to be very interested in purchasing that. Or you could even send them to a free video course where you show them how to cook the 10 easy recipes and then basically give them an option of, hey, if you want to skip all this work, why don't you just order from us and we'll get it delivered to you tomorrow and it'll be incredibly delicious and low calories. So that's kind of where the lead magnet or free video course funnel works. You're gathering emails, and because of the fact that nobody's doing this on YouTube, you can get lead costs for very low. So for example, we're running supplement ads for a client right now where we're getting them into a lead magnet funnel. We're paying $3 per lead in the USA to get people into a supplement funnel. Now, obviously from there, you have to do a really good job of selling them and building trust and building value. So this is not a funnel if you don't have great email marketing. If your email marketing is top notch, you're going to make money with this funnel. If your email marketing is really weak, you're just going to end up losing money. Now, the second big con of this funnel is you actually need a lot of cash flow for this. If you don't have cash flow, this is not going to work because chances are you're going to get these leads for, let's say, $3 to $5, and maybe in a month's time, they'll buy $10 to $20 worth of stuff, but you actually need cash flow to sustain it, and you need cash flow to actually test it to see how much these leads are worth in the long term. However, this is a great strategy if direct sales aren't working for you. As with YouTube, you will need to definitely build trust before you sell them your product, unless your product is something that people just buy immediately. So guys, I hope that video really provided some insights as to what's working with YouTube video ads for e-commerce. If you're interested in scaling YouTube ads for your brand, we have a coaching program where we've helped multiple e-commerce brands scale to 7 figures with YouTube ads. There'll be a link below for that. And we also have a done-for-you YouTube advertising service where we take care of it all for you. All you have to do is there'll be a second link to book a call for our done-for-you service.